Hello everyone, salutations. Let's understand about input tag and its attributes practically. So this is the code and how to write input tag. Name of the tag input, type is the attribute. There are several attributes of input tag, okay? And input tag is singular tag, it does not have any closing. See, there is no closing, and every attribute, before every attribute you have to provide single space, okay? So name attribute is common to all the controls which you used in form as well as inside the form. All the controls inside the form, name attribute is common to all, and you must use it because it's not necessary you are going to display only one text field or one radio button. So if you do not provide name attributes, it's okay. No, sometimes you may need more number of text fields, more number of radios are definitely in multiples, checkboxes are in multiples, so you must provide name to give unique identification, okay? So name attribute must be given, okay? So other common attributes which we discussed in 11th standard are name, type, value, size, okay? So here I have provided, see, name I have given T, value I have given Tom. Let's see how it works, okay? So I'll reload this and you can see Tom is already displayed over here, okay? So if you want to display a default value inside the text, you can provide value is equal to that particular text, and double quote becomes compulsory if your value has usage combinations of characters, special characters and numbers. Then value attribute is also used in radio buttons, okay, because there are multiple radios you want to display, so giving value becomes unique to them if you use values, okay? Checkbox is also value attributes are needed, and value attribute is also needed in the buttons to provide which type of value, which type of text you want to display on the button. So here I have given value is equal to reset. Now see this button reset, exactly R capital I have given, so R capital R is displayed. So whatever text you want to display inside the button, you have to provide that in value attribute. So value attribute is also an important attribute, it's needed anywhere, okay? Max length, okay? Max length controls the size of the characters that you are entering. So if I have given 5 over here, that means you cannot enter more than 5 characters. Size means the physical size of the text box will be 30, by default it is 20, okay? Now see the size of this enter your roll number field, it's less, it's by default 20, okay? And it's longer, the text box is longer, it is 30 pixels, okay, just like I have provided. And I have said read only, that means, for example, I'll remove this disabled attribute for now. What happens? I'll refresh this. Not saved, I think. I'll save it. I'll save the code and I'll reload this. Okay, so it has been enabled, okay, but you cannot change anything. I'm trying very much to change the value from Tom to any other name, but I cannot do it because I have set it to read only, okay? Read only, single word. Now I'll provide disabled. Okay, I'm saving it and reloading it. So this text field has been disabled. This is the use of disabled attribute, okay? So till now we have discussed about type, name attribute, value attribute, max length, size, read only, disabled, okay? Now see, this is next field, enter your roll number. So as usual I have given input attribute, type attribute, name attribute, and I have also given a placeholder, and I have given the value type here because it has a special character, so space, so double quote placement becomes compulsory. So now what happens, just see here, type here, see inside the number field there is a text type, it is guiding the user to type something over there, okay? So this is the use of placeholder. Next attribute, common things, I'm not going to repeat it once again. Autofocus. Autofocus, what happens? Okay, so I have given third field. This is the third field. I'm putting autofocus over here. No value to the autofocus, and I'm refreshing it. See, okay, come on, this is disabled. At least the cursor must point at the second field, but the cursor is pointing at the third field. You can definitely click anywhere and change the position, but by default, once you reload, I'm reloading it once again. See, the cursor position is over here because I have set autofocus, mentioned autofocus attribute for the telephone field. So this is the use of autofocus. Okay, it will provide the focus of mouse pointer. Then use of checked. Wherever checked is applicable to radio buttons and checkboxes. Whichever radio button or checkbox you want to make it default, okay, default selected, you can provide checked attribute. Here mail is by default selected and singing is also by default selected. Just see the output reflect the same or not. Yes, it reflects. Okay, so I can select only one radio button because I have given same name. It's very important to give same name to the radio button so that you can select only one option among them. Okay, and singing, see, that's by default selected. I can remove the selection, choose any other checkboxes, that's also allowed. Okay, so we have discussed about checked attribute. See, I have mentioned required attribute for email and required attribute for password also. It means without filling email and password, I cannot submit my form if this is left incomplete by me. Okay, and if I'm trying to click on submit button, the cursor position is going to highlight on email and it will ask me to enter. Now see, I'm clicking on submit button, so it jumped on email and says please fill out this field. Okay, and see, I'm clicking on URL field, it does not say. I'm clicking on password, it says please fill out this field. That means it's compulsory to fill. Okay, that is the use of required attribute. Next we will discuss about multiple attribute. Okay, multiple attribute is generally used for file type if you want to upload more than one file. Okay, so this thing you have generally seen while uploading anything in email. Okay, you upload multiple documents, that is available because of multiple attribute used inside input field. Okay, now general date. Okay, here actually I try to display placeholder for the month, but it's not visible. Now see, this is input type is equal to month. Okay, now you go to the month field. This is the month field and placeholder value is not displayed over here. That means placeholder value is available to text fields and number fields. Okay, so here for the file, I will just try to show you. I'm selecting multiple files. You may see only one file name over here, but multiple files are selected. Okay, now next. Okay, now this is the country code field, and I have set pattern. Okay, pattern, I have mentioned a fixed pattern. First of all, they must be of three letter, only three letter, and it can also be characters also because I have mentioned text field, and the pattern is A to Z and one capital letter A to Z and capital letter small letter A to Z. Okay, so I'll try to fill up the country code. I'm trying to enter numbers, but for now, okay, first of all it will jump to the required fields and it's a 3-letter country code. That means you have to enter letters, not characters. So I'm entering ABC. Okay, so this is how you can provide validations inside your fields. Now last time I said about hidden field. So input type is equal to hidden, name is equal to have given a child, value I said this is for practice, but can you see now, just see this placement, country code, and after country code I have placed hidden field and then image for the submit and reset button. But after country code this thing is totally empty, hidden fields are not visible on the form. and if you want to use anything, you can provide inside the value attribute like this, inside the double quotes. Okay, so for now I think so only one is remaining. I'll type it over here. Okay, I'll type a quantity field just below the country code. Okay, and I'll give it number. Input type is equal to number. I'll just copy paste that so it becomes quick. I'll set minimum 3 and maximum 5. Okay, and break tags, of course. Saved and execute. Okay, see, quantity type here, you can see the placeholder. Okay, so I'm typing 7, submitting it jumped to the required fields. What does it say? Value must be less than or equal to 5. See how it has set the minimum and maximum value. Okay, so this is the use of min and max. So it is only applicable to the number fields as well as date field. For date field also you can set min and max. So for now I'll enter 3. Okay, so if you want to learn more about patterns, so here in this example we have discussed pattern somewhere for the country code. Okay, and also min and max can be applied to calendar. Okay, if you want to see that demonstrations, please wait for the next video. So thank you for now.